Episode 3.
Yep.
I just watched this.
Just watched it?
No. Stop. On Saturday.
On Saturday, you filthy fucking casual. You know what I did?
I'm sorry.
2:59, F5, not there.
Right.
3 o'clock, F5, bam, it's there. What's up?
Okay.
Get on my level.
I'm sorry. I'm not awake at that time on Friday. So on Friday, I get up, I work, and then I had
Filthy casual. I worked that day too.
I had a doctor's appointment and then drove to Knoxville and had Friendsgiving, stayed the night, and then drove back. And then as soon as we got back, we watched it. So my first available free moment, I watched it.
Yeah.
So sorry it wasn't at 3 a.m., you fucking weirdo.
I was one of the first to watch it. So, I mean, I was down. It was good. I liked it. Let's go.
God.
Go ahead.
So I liked this one better. I thought the flow of it was better. I liked the imaging of it, the action, even though it's funny because it's Disney, and so I feel like the action can't be too adult action. But I very much enjoyed this one. I think it might have been my favorite one out of all 3 of them.
This episode was the favorite one out of all 3.
Yeah.
I'm against you. Episode 2 is still the best episode thus far. This was a good episode, but it was not as good as episode 2 in my opinion. I enjoyed episode 2 more so. This one had a lot of fun. I do like the Mandalorians almost like vultures around him when he's got all the fucking metal and everything and getting ready to fight him, but then this is the way it is, or what's their line? Yeah. This is the way we are? I don't know. This is the way it is. This is the way it goes. Shit.
Now you're gonna have to really look it up. But starting over at the beginning of the episode, like he has, little green, and he's taking him back, and I love how you just watch him get out of his little crib and like fall, and like I love the way his ears move, and he goes up and he just wants to play with the little knob, and he's so cute. Like, is that? I don't know. Is that like CGI or is that like old-fashioned puppet?
I would not be the correct one to answer that question. I would say it's maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, like they, because Yoda originally was a puppet.
Yeah.
And then they made him CGI. But I like, just the way that he looks. Like we got to see him a little bit
adorable.
More.
He's fucking
so
adorable.
Cute. And Disney's doing it, I'm sure, for so much merchandise. I actually saw that they're trying to rush the merchandise out to meet the demand for the holidays because everybody wants Baby Yoda.
This is going to be the Tickle Me Elmo. This is what it's going to be. It's going to be the cute-ass fucking Yoda. And I'm rewatching right now. Oh, this is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah, I just pulled it up on my end.
So those your 2 lines. Like, I have spoken.
And this is the way. That's right.
Like, I think it's because there's no argument with both of those sentences. And
that's
why you
probably
like it.
Fucking
You're just
right.
Like, this is it. You're like, fuck you. This is the way.
This
fuck
is the
you.
way.
I have spoken. Like, it implies a fuck you in there with both of those statements.
But they say them genuinely.
Yeah.
I'm still believing that I was right after watching the very first episode.
Yes. So,
I believe I am 100% right on my accurate guess.
Right. So he drops off Little Green, and like he asks the fatal question, "What are you gonna do with him?" And everybody's like, "You're not supposed to."
Yeah. This has been forgotten.
Yeah. And you hear him later, and the scientist wants to keep him alive, but the other guy doesn't. He just wants to get what they need, and then get rid of it. And I'm like, why would you not keep it alive? Like. It makes sense to keep it alive.
What do they need inside of it? Wonder what they need.
You're so happy that you're on the right path, aren't you?
I called it. I called it for 3 weeks out. Let's go. I did like the Mandalorians at the end showing up to be able to help their brethren out.
Yep.
Basically, I saw a joke online where he was in trouble, so he sent a picture of Little Green to him, and they were like, "No, we got to save this fucker." And that's why they all showed up, because everybody wants to live.
As soon as they showed up, we were like, what's that song? It was, my name's Boba the Fett, and I have a jetpack. Or what's that song that talks about his jetpack and Boba the Fett? Like, you've never heard that one? So I know something that you don't like. Oh my God, I'm going to find that song. It's a Boba the Fett song and it talks about his jetpacks, and it's literally a whole song about Boba the Fett. Really? You've never heard it?
Boba the Fett? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna Google that later, so you could. We're gonna find that song so you can listen to it.
I like them flying in and bouncing around and kind of like skipping and jumping around to get different angles and fighting and everything. I enjoyed that he got his full armor set.
You did skip the first fight scene, which was more of a stealth fight scene, because I think one of the reasons this had more action.
He didn't fuck with him at all. He lit him up.
Yeah,
that was great.
Like he went straight into he realized, because he was about to leave, and he realizes he's just like, I can't do this. And I guess that has something to do with his childhood, with the way that, like, what happened with him, and he cares. So
you got to see who was actually attacking him in his childhood too. It was actually the droid attacks on his family and everything. So that was nice to see the prequel memes come out on that.
Yep. So I'm sure we'll dig more into that later. But the first fight scene and the second fight scene are very different. The first one is more stealth, and more like one-on-one.
He melted that dude.
He did. He did not, because he was I mean, honestly, he knew he couldn't leave anybody alive, but he left the scientist alive. Because the scientist, I guess, tried to.
Did you like the droid, the one that was gonna like inject Princess Leia with like truth serum?
Oh yeah.
It's the same one. That was great. I loved it. I saw that. I know what that is. Got me.
But yeah, and then he's heading to his ship, and the other thing that I liked was in the bar, because they had set this up prior to it. They're like, yeah, everybody in this bar had a tracker. Everybody was on this case, and you won. Look at your shiny new outfit. And then they cut back to the bar, and everybody's bounty hunter things go off.
Yeah.
And I'm
so basically means they didn't get what they wanted out of him.
Yes. And so they were like, we need to get him and everything. So I really liked that. It was just such a subtle thing. Like, everybody knew he was about to get ambushed, and I thought it was just really well done. And just a small moment, but I really, really liked that moment, because they didn't have to do that moment, but I really liked it.
I liked the eye coming out of the wall, and he just grabs it and snaps the bitch off and walks away. And it almost yells. It goes,
you're like, where's he going? And then it's just the distraction.
Yeah, decoy it. Yeah.
So yeah, when he's heading to his ship to leave.
Yeah.
And he gets surrounded and everything, and at first I thought the guy that was in the bar with him, that gave him the bounty to begin with, that he would actually help him get out, with all these other bounty hunters going after him, but
it kind of loses business.
Well, he could do it stealthy and not have anybody know, but it just shows like he really doesn't give two shits about anything other than his business. I did have a question though. So those tracker things, how do they know when they're close to the actual? Is it like? No, I know, but why does it beep more? Because I'm like, it doesn't have his DNA in it, so why would it be?
Maybe it's got his maybe not DNA, but his genetic code of exactly what it is, and I don't know.
Species?
No, it's not species. I don't know how they work. Why are you trying to make sense of fucking Star Wars? What's wrong with you?
It was
it's a tracking device of a life form.
It's a tracking. Fine. I'll let it go. But no, the fight scene was good, because you were really like, how is he gonna get out of here? I really was like,
when he started sniping him, he stuck that little gun out and just started. He picked 2 or 3 off before they were like, "Motherfucker's got a cannon." They started hiding at that point. So I like the droid. He's like, "Drive," and the droid's like, "Meh," and he points the gun, "Drive," and it's like, "Meh," and it starts driving for him. It had a lot of good things in it. Like I said, I enjoyed episode 2 more than this episode, but I did like this. It's not that I knocked this one. I just think 2 set the bar pretty fucking high.
I think 2 was more. It didn't have enough. It was just one. It felt like one pace the whole time. Yep. Whereas this one, I felt like had a pace and then went up and then kind of slowed down, had some quiet moments, and then went back up and then had some quiet moments. I think that it was a well-rounded episode, and that's why I liked it so much. And side note, the director for this episode is the first female director for anything Star Wars live action. And I was like, I thought that was pretty cool when I read that. But it was still only 37 minutes long, so again,
it didn't
I
feel
want
as
more.
Short. Yeah, if I had to rank the 3 episodes, it'd be 2, 3, 1.
Okay.
One I enjoyed, but
mine
the
would
first
be
half
3,
was
2. Mine would be 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, gotcha. So you're looking forward to 4. Where is he going? What is he gonna do?
Exactly. Where's he going? Like, I have no idea. I want to learn more. And I'm sure we'll get that from the Mandalorian history. Like, why can't they remove their helmets? Because they made a very big deal about it when he was sitting down with them before he got his armor. And they don't like the Empire, which is why his brethren helped him, I think, because they were just like, why are you taking money, or why are you taking this from the Empire? And he's like, the Empire's dead. But at the same time, there's still pieces and it's still scattered some. And I'm wondering if the Empire ends up becoming the Order. Is that a thing?
What?
The Empire ends up becoming and like regrouping and like they develop into the Order like later on in episodes 7, 8, 9.
I don't want to quote anything on that.
Okay. But I mean, I wouldn't be.
We're 3 episodes in, and we haven't seen your droid come back, Mrs. He's on the poster, and he's bound to be in this.
I know. I hope he does. I will say we haven't seen 2 of the other characters that I know. Well,
we'll get
2 of the other actresses. Yeah, the 2 other actresses that I know are both in it. So when he shot his friend on the on his ship before he left, I'm curious because
friend and a boss are 2 different things.
Yeah, sorry, his boss at the end. Because when he was at the bar, he showed him. He's like, "Oh, you made me rich," and he pulled out the medal and everything. And he put it right there.
You think he shot him there on purpose?
I'm wondering if he did. I don't know why he would want to spare his life, but at the same time, I just hate that like coincidence of him shooting him in the exact spot where he knew that he had metal. So I'm curious to know if that.
Well, it was kind of he couldn't see through the steam. Maybe it was just a coincidence like that. I mean, it could have been. I mean, it's hard. The guy couldn't see through the steam to shoot him, but he could see through the steam to shoot him. So I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see if that develops into anything.
Yeah, and then I love he just unscrews the little thing. He gives it the little grenade.
Perfect. Like, you see his little hand, and he's like. Yeah, that's what I thought too. You're gonna kill him. He's gonna eat it and choke to death.
But he's so cute. So I'm happy that I'm happy with this episode. I am even more curious to find out where he's going, what's gonna happen. I think after this episode, I'm more curious than after the first episode or after the second episode, because
so you're getting ramped into
so many more questions. Yeah. So after the first episode, you're like, oh my god, it's Baby Yoda, and you're just like, that's really cool. But then you like he takes off, and you know that he's going back to deliver Baby Yoda, and then at the end of episode, or I guess that was the end of episode 2. But like the first 2 episodes, like with where it ended, you knew kind of where it was going. I have no idea where it's going.
What was your feeling when the stormtrooper grabbed the front of the basket and started walking? He's like, easy, you take it easy. And he goes, no, he says, easy with that. He goes, you take it easy, or something like that. When he grabbed it and started pulling Baby Yoda along, or Baby Little Green. What about when they was dragging Little Green out of the room, and Little Green's looking over the edge like,
oh my god, he looked so betrayed. Oh, he looked so betrayed. Little Green's like, wait, you're leaving me? I thought we were friends. And it's like,
Dad! No!
Oh.
That's good.
No, I'm excited to see more of him. I'm interested to learn more about the Mandalorian now. Yeah, this episode really, really hooked me, which I really wish they would have released, like.
Here we go. Same complaint.
Well, I not binging it. I don't mind waiting.
Go ahead.
But if they like you launch on Tuesday, I wish they would release the first 2 episodes, and then this episode would have been the one that released last Friday. So then you would get.
You just want more. You're just trying to figure out excuses to want more.
I want more. I'm sorry. I want more. You're doing a really good job with this. I feel very much in the Star Wars world. It looks so much like the original. It feels like it, and I want more. I can't help it.
Agreed. I can't wait to be able to continue to wake up at 3 a.m. on Thursday night, Friday morning, and watch it.
Nope.
I'm gonna send you spoilers. I'm gonna text you Friday
no,
morning.
I can't watch it usually until Friday night when Russell.
I'm gonna send you random spoilers.
No, don't do that.
His first words were "I love you 3000."
Oh, shut up.